Welcome back, everybody, to the end of the Republic, and it is being streamed in 4K, it seems. I saw today that they're tearing down part of the White House, and of course, this deeply bothers me as somebody who loves my country in a way that this administration truly never will. To have the hallowed monuments of our country be vandalized and desecrated in a way to exaggerate the opulence of the most wealthy people in America, while at the same time we see our people struggle, just actually makes sense in the timeline that we're in right now. Because the White House it's more than just a house, obviously. I mean, it is the place where some of the most pivotal decisions of America have ever been made. It's where Independence Day was filmed. And now they brought in the gold-plated bulldozers and they're just tearing it down. And why? To build a golden ballroom, you rubes. It's called the Apex. Of course, the Apex. Now, it does sound like a bad cologne or a cult for people who have a particular penchant for mid-century modern furniture. And it's not just gold. It's supposed to be the most opulent, most disgustingly, spiritually corrosive room on the face of the planet. We're talking about gold inlaid marble. We're talking about velvet imported from a silent, dying Italian village, and chandeliers made out of the melted down dreams of the middle class and the working class. And this is what they're doing now. Right now, the same week that SNAP benefits are being cut off for over 20 million Americans. The same week where they're saying that even though we're going in the holiday season, now we're going to make food insecurity the very last priority of the administration and of our government as a whole. Because as long as there's a government shutdown going on, nothing's happening. And there's over 100,000 workers out there where their families are on furlough and don't know if they're going to be getting any money. So hey, guess what? Christmas is going to have to get pushed back to the point where hopefully we can get a tax refund. And that just reminds me of my childhood. Yes, sad, I know. The timing is just perfect. It's really a masterclass in American psychological warfare. They're basically telling you that they're taking the last $47 that you have to feed your kids, and we're going to use that to buy just a slightly heavier golden handle for a party room that you will never, ever be invited to. Like, this thing is just an optical illusion, right? Like, this is a trick. It says, look how rich we are. Look how successful we are. You know, while at the same time, you're looking at the expiration date of the store brand macaroni and cheese that you have in the pantry, the last box that you have. Because what does $47 mean for you and your family? Right? That's 2 days worth of groceries. It's the difference between sending your kids to school with lunch or sending them to school with a lie. Oh, mommy forgot lunch today, but don't worry, we'll have a really nice one tomorrow. No, mom didn't forget. The oligarchy forgot. The people building a golden cage in the middle of a dying country forgot. I've said it once and I'll say it again. We are living in a national fever dream right now. 2025 is insane, and this is only year one of 4 years of insanity that we have in store for us. Ladies and gentlemen, you think that your will and wishes are being ignored now? Just wait. Like, I work in finance, right? And I've been to a lot of really nice homes in my life. Homes where people have specific rooms for specific purposes, like this room's for wrapping Christmas presents. Now they're taking that kind of deranged, out of touch mentality, that level of brain damage, and they're applying it to the seat of American power. It's like some consultant came in and said, you know, the White House is nice, but does it really scream we're better than you with kind of the necessary volume? No, it needs to be louder. It needs to be more gold. It needs to be obscene. This is their vision for the American future. It's not high-speed rail. It's not universal health care. It's a room where people in $50,000 dresses drink champagne while complaining about how the impact of tariffs are affecting the supply chain when it comes to their imported truffles. And when you ask, hey, why are you doing this? Why not fund community colleges? Why not fix the water problem in Flint? They just say to you that it's an investment. But an investment in what is what we need to be asking? An investment in national gold futures market? No, it's an investment in denial. They need the opulence to distract them from the smell of this country. They need the shine of the gold to block out the image of a grandma who has to choose between whether she wants to eat food, get the medication to keep her alive, or pay her gas bill this winter. And you know what the worst thing about this is? We're just going to let them do it. We're just going to sit back and watch on social media as they bulldoze over 200 years of history. We're not going to march down to DC with pitchforks and torches like we should. We're just going to go, another terrible thing. Anyway, I heard they just dropped a new series on Netflix. We are so distracted by the little boxes in our hands that we don't even notice. Most of us don't even notice that the very foundation of our country is being ripped out from under us. and is being ripped out from under us just to build a party room for the wealthy, most of which are on a list, I'm sure. The only way this actually makes sense is if they know it's all collapsing. They know that the dollar is going to be worthless. They know that this system is unsustainable, and the last thing that they're going to do before it all falls apart is have one massive, disgusting, gauche, unbelievable, vulgar party. And I kind of wish I'd be invited, but for other reasons. It's like the last dance on the Titanic before it goes down, except the DJ is playing EDM and the entire thing's gonna be made out of the wood taken from the life rafts. They're saying, we're going down, baby, we're gonna be going down looking expensive. And when the whole thing goes sideways, which it will go sideways, I hope all those people are stuck in that nice fancy golden room. I hope the doors lock and they have to eat those fancy little golden canapes that they had flown in directly from Monaco, because that's what it is. It's a great American golden tomb for the American dream. But don't worry about it though, because if you donated, right? If you donated to make this happen, they're probably going to give you a little commemorative golden flake, maybe with your name on it, who knows, little micro engraving. And you can stick it on your refrigerator right next to your eviction notice, because that's the souvenir of the modern American experience. This entire thing is laughable and so detached from reality of what the average American person is feeling about this country right now. If you're actually deluded enough to think that America has entered some kind of fantastic golden age, then I truly feel sorry for you, because you've lost your connection with the humans who live in this country. No matter what they look like, no matter what their creed or the religion that they follow, the fact that they have the same common American experience, and right now, for many, for over 100 million of them, that American experience is one that is nothing but suffering, or apprehension, or fear, or anxiety of a future that is not promised, a future that seems to be inevitably taken from them. So yes, the pitchforks and the torches at some point will come out. And like somebody in the comments said, at some point IKEA is going to start selling guillotines, and I had a nice chuckle to that, so thank you. And that's not even getting started on the Arc de Trump that's going to be going up on the national lawn, a celebration to the self, which I think is actually kind of appropriate, kind of fitting to the America that we've been experiencing for the past 5 decades or so. A worship of the self, a worship of the individual, and an abandonment of culture, an abandonment of any kind of solidarity, of meaning, and communal identity in America. A monument of opulence paid for off the backs of the people who can't even afford to put food in their pantries. Very fitting for the moment. If you agree, say it in the comments section. If you disagree and you think, hey, this is great, we need more ballrooms. We need more ballrooms while the National Guard shuffles all the poor people off the street and just dishes them in the woods or somewhere. I don't know. If that's what you're into, that's what you're into. You're scum. But anyway, if you're still here at this point, ladies and gentlemen, like and subscribe. Think about becoming a member, won't you? Donations are always great. We like money. This is fun. I like these kind of episodes because you have to laugh at the madness, right? You have to stare at the abyss and give a deep grin, because if you don't, you can lose yourself. And don't lose yourself in the madness of maddening times. You know, hold on to hope for dear life, because hope can always be found in people that you know and people that you love. And if you find yourself in a dwindling circle where you don't know people, reach out to people, find them, because there are people who are just like you, who are going through the same things. We're going through the same emotional roller coaster that many of us are anytime we look at the news, anytime we look anywhere outside of our property line. We're all in this together. I always say that, no matter how much some of you guys hate that, right? In the end, we're all in this together. These people do not represent us. If you think you are represented by them, then, I mean, you know, go outside and touch grass. The kids say that, I think, maybe still. But on that, everyone, thanks for stopping by. I hope you have a good one. Assassin's Creed on the background. Love that. Ubisoft, give me a sponsorship. Love you guys. Have a good one.